Hi, Jason Aylett here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at how to have text curve around an image and put that into Google Slides. Now you'll notice that I have an open Word document. You might be thinking, what does Word have to do with Google Slides? Well, today we're going to be doing what's called app smashing, where we take two different programs and kind of put together the best of both worlds to really achieve what we want. And unfortunately in Google I cannot find a way to curve text, but in Word it's fairly straightforward. So I'm going to start by clicking on the Insert menu. And then I'm going to come over and select Word Art. You can choose whichever color that you want, but for this, I'm just going to select this blue one. Let's say we want to make a motivational poster for our students here. So we'll type the text, "Let's go kittens," to really cheer on everybody. And that's fun. We've got nice word art with pretty blue and white, nice drop shadow, but I want to curve this because I want to put it around an image eventually. So I can come over here and click on this drop down with the letter A, and I'm going to come down and hover over the word transform. Now you have a lot of options for transforming, but for this one, I'm going to have it follow a curved path. So I want it arching up, as Word calls it. So I'm going to click that, and I've got this nice little curved text now. I can drag that down and make it curve a little more. I can adjust it going this way. Maybe we want it a little bit wider. We of course can adjust the font, the size. You can play with this. Right now, I feel like that's pretty good. So now I am going to use the snipping tool to capture this image, and I'm going to just capture it as an image and then import it into Google Slides, where I can do a little bit more work with it. So to find the snipping tool, I'm going to click on the Windows menu, click on Snipping Tool. It's going to come up right here, and I'm going to click New. Now the way you use the snipping tool is you start wherever you want to begin your snip, and then you click and drag your mouse until you've captured the part of the image that you want. So there we have our text, "Let's go kittens," and I'm going to click on the floppy disk icon to save it, and I'm just going to call it "Let's go kittens." It's going to save it in my pictures file right now. It doesn't really matter, as long as you remember where to find it, you'll be good. And then I click Save. Now I'm going to come back to Google Chrome, and I'm going to type slides.new to open up a new Google slideshow. So I don't actually, it always defaults to this title slide. I don't want a title slide here because I am just using this as kind of an editor to put my images together. So I'm going to click on the Insert Image tool, and I'm going to select Upload from Computer. Now I just saved this thing in my pictures file, and I called it "Let's Go Kittens." So I start typing that, and it comes up from my search, and then I can click Open, and it's going to drop it into my slide. I can slide this to center it. So I have that nice curved text now in Google Slides, which is great. Now keep in mind that this is an image, so we can no longer edit it, but you can always go back to your Word document and edit and recapture and follow those steps again if you realize that maybe it's not exactly how you want it to look. At this point though, I am going to grab an image with the Explore tool. So I can click here into Search Your Docs in the web, and I'm going to search for kittens. Now, normally you probably have, if kittens are your mascot, you probably have a mascot image and you wouldn't have to do this, but this is make-believe, so I'm going to just capture this one right here and click the plus sign. It's going to drop it in off to the left, kind of big, kind of square. I'm going to move the thing just over to center it. Baby, come on, center for me. Yeah, close enough. You get the idea. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I don't want this square, the whole point of this was having a curve, is I'm going to use the Mask Image tool, click that drop down next to the crop, and select Shapes. Now I've got a curve going here, so it might make sense to have an oval or a circle so that it can be curved. So there's oval. That's a flowchart connector. So let's use oval. I think that is fine. Then I can slide this thing up. You'll notice there's the center key. The editing tool in Google is always a box shape. I kind of wish it would just stick around the circle. It doesn't, but hey, here we are. Since the corners are white, you're going to be able to see that. And if they're not white for whatever reason, of course, you can move it to the back if you want to. Here we could also put on a border if we wanted to really make this stand out. We can make the color anything we want. Maybe it's blue, that's a little brighter blue than there, that looks cute. Now we can click away and we've got this fantastic slide. Let's go kittens with a curve around our cute little kitten. So that's how you can use two different apps to get text to curve and to insert an image and then work around that. That should give you a pretty good start. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.